What is going on, guys? I'm just gonna turn the light on. Whoa, it's bright. I just finished my workout and it was awesome. It was so good. I love sweating. You can see I'm very sweaty right now, but I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys. Or I can kind of like this off actually. No, we'll leave it on. Okay. So I want to talk to you today about how to build a booty, okay? I feel like this is something we all want. We all want to grow our glutes, we want a nice slim waist, and a nice fat butt. So there are 3 things that you need. Number 1, you need to be in a caloric surplus, meaning you need to be eating more calories in a day. You also need to be putting in enough time under tension, meaning you need to be working out, training hard, and training the glutes at least 2 times per week, okay? And the last one is you need to stick with it in the long run, okay? And what I mean by that is you need to be looking at progress photos, progress videos. You need to be doing your own personal check-ins or getting a trainer to do that for you, because without this, it's gonna be really hard to stay on top of your program and on your progress and see if you're actually having any results from it. So for the first one, caloric surplus, okay? And I know we all want to lose fat and gain a booty at the same time. It is possible to tone your body and tone your muscles, but if your goal is fat loss and to gain muscle or gain size in your butt, you will need to be on 2 different programs, okay? So you need to be on a program for gaining muscle if your goal is to gain a butt or gain muscle in your butt, and 2, or you need to stick it out, wait it out, and focus on fat loss, okay? So I had a client last night, actually, she told me, Hannah, like I have 2 different goals. I want to gain a butt and I want to lose fat at the same time. And I'm like, well, it's kind of impossible, because to gain a butt, you need to be gaining muscle, meaning you'll need to have more calories in a day. Whereas if your goal is to lose fat, you need to do the opposite. You'll need to be having less overall calories than what you're usually eating, okay? And by less calories, I don't mean a huge, massive amount. I just mean by small increments. I can do that in another video to kind of teach you how to calorie count and macros, but it's a whole other thing. So the main topic today is how to build a butt. So we're gonna stick on topic. Okay, so the client last night, she signed up for the 20-day transformation and she was asking, I want to gain muscle, I want to gain a butt, and I want to lose fat. I asked her what one she wanted more. Is she more focused on getting a flat stomach, having abs, and leaning out, losing fat, or are you more focused on gaining muscle right now? And she said she's more focused on losing fat. I know we always want a million different things, right? We want to gain strength, we want a butt, we want to have more energy, we want to lose fat. Like there's so many different things that are all coming at us from different things we see on social media and Instagram and all of that, but we need to just focus on one thing. If your goal is to lose fat right now, as I said, you need to be in a caloric deficit. But if your main goal is to gain muscle and gain a booty, then you're in the right place, because I'm going to give you a couple tips. So tip number 1, we need to be eating more calories. We need to have more calories in our diet and our day. And you can track this by using MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal is a great tool. I even suggest tracking macros for the next couple days or next week to kind of just see what foods you're consuming, what foods you're eating. The 3 main macronutrients is your protein, your carbs, and your fat. Okay, so these are the 3 most important. Fiber is another really important tool as well. So after you're done this, then you can start increasing your calories, okay? Just by a little bit, or maybe by 100 to 200 calories per week, just small amounts. We don't want to gain weight, okay? A lot of times when we increase calories, we immediately gain fat, but we also gain muscle at the same time. And obviously, if you are in a caloric surplus, you will gain a little bit of fat, okay, which is perfectly fine. If you are exercising and training properly, this is totally fine. We need to make sure that we're increasing calories slowly. And the second thing, we need to be on a training program. We need to be training glutes at least 2 times per week. That muscle, the glutes, is actually our strongest muscle in our body. and it is made up of our glute maximus, medius, and minimus. So 3 different parts of our booty, and we want to make sure that we're hitting it from all angles, okay? So if you're focused on just one program, maybe even following the same program for 6 months, it's time to start something new. Okay, you need to start something completely new from what you're used to, okay? Because if we get used to something, we don't thrive off of things that we're used to. We thrive under pressure. So you need to make sure that you are under enough pressure and enough weight and enough tension in order for those glute muscles to grow. So as I said, train the glutes at least twice a week, maybe even 3 times per week, and make sure you get enough sleep, okay? That's another one. We need at least 48 hours in between leg days to make sure that we're getting enough sleep, okay? So the sleep time is actually when our body grows. And during that period of time of sleep is actually when our muscles grow. So we need to make sure that we're having enough sleep, 7 to 8 hours. And I mean, there's plenty of different things you can take if you're not having enough sleep, like melatonin or valerian root are great tools. I don't really like pushing melatonin that much. I don't like to mess up with hormones, but valerian root is another natural supplement to take if you have sleep problems. So sleep is so important, ladies. 7 to 8 hours minimum. Gotta get your beauty sleep, okay? So sleep is so important. And in between those training days, okay, you need to have at least 48 hours. So I rarely ever will have 2 leg days back to back. Make sure that you have a training day and then a rest or a training day and an upper body, okay? Or you can train different muscle groups, okay? Maybe hamstrings and glutes on one day, quads and calves on another day. So you can split up muscle groups like that, but we wanna make sure that our main lifts, okay, so our main glute lifts, is given at least 48 hours. And I'm sure there's plenty of other things you can have. So here's to growing our glutes, ladies, making sure they're nice and round and perky. Another thing too is we need to have enough variety. So we need to have compound movements, okay? So compound movement is a movement where it utilizes more than one main muscle group, okay? So it utilizes your glutes, your back, your quads, your hamstrings, your shoulder muscles. So it's using your entire body, which requires a lot more work and a lot more energy. So these exercises are things like deadlifts, squats, and a bench. These are our 3 compound movements. But we're not gonna grow our glutes by just using these 3 lifts. So we need to also do accessory work, cable kickbacks. I don't know why that's the only accessory movement I can think of, but we need to make sure that we're doing accessory work, compound movements, and dumbbell work as well. So things like step-ups, lunges. We need to have a wide variety of exercises. So don't stick to the same exercises you know. Get out of your comfort zone and start putting in that work so that you can gain muscle. So this video is now done. I hope you like it. Please give it a thumbs up. And make sure you're subscribed and follow me on Instagram, Hannah G. McCrae. I'll show you guys the gym. It's so empty, it's so weird. It's literally just me listening to Skrillex. I actually really don't like the song, so I'm gonna change it. Have an amazing day.